Okay, thank you very much for joining us. This is Assemblies of God Bethel Seminary e-learning video. I'm Dr. Mahdi. I'm going to be taking you on our first lesson in mathematics. It's going to be a review lesson. You can visit our YouTube channel all the time to see new videos on various subjects. You can also visit our website for basic information for students. You log in into your portal and check for all learning materials and your quiz. Your quiz are graded, of course. So for this first video, we'll be looking at how to navigate around our resource, and also we'll be reviewing indices as much as we can. And to use the resource, you need a phone or a computer, you need a browser, you need Google Chrome, like a browser like Google Chrome or Firefox. You need your scratch card. Anyone can work. So you can watch how to use the resources by clicking this link, and you should also join our Instagram chat group where you can answer your questions and interact directly with teachers on the fly. Okay, so having said that, we'll go straight to the review of indices. We have our first law, which is the multiplying law, where you add powers. Powers are added. As you can see there, 3 plus 4 is a power you add. So we can generalize that using a raised to the power of n times a raised to the power of n equals to a raised to the power of n plus n. Now the powers are added because the base are the same, and you can see that clearly in the next slide. M and M are supposed to be integers, and they must be positive. If they are not positive, this law does not work. So they are positive integers. Example 3, we have we add half here and 3 over 2 here, and you get 2. So A must be greater than 0 for this to work. It must not be negative, it must be greater than 0 for the multiplying rule to work. So take note of that. We have the division rule where you subtract. Here you have 5 minus 2, so you have 3. And you can generalize that here too. And the rule also works. Integer rule also works here. Has to be. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So you just subtract power because the base are the same. Here in this case, the bases are 3. Now we have the powers of powers. If you have something like this, 3 raised to the power of 4 in a bracket, raised to the power of 2, then the 4 can conveniently multiply the 2. Okay, so 4 times 2 gives us this law. So you need to take note of that. Now, just take a quick review on the 3 laws we've looked at. So we have 3 plus 7 is 10. 7 minus 5 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. You see that very clearly. Then we have also some other special cases where we have power 0. Whenever you have a power 0, no matter what the base is, it turns to 1. So if you have 10 raised to the power of 0 is 1, 2 raised to the power of 0 is 1, whatever raised to the power of 0 is 1. So that's very, very important to note. Then we also have a negative power, where the negative power makes it come below as a denominator. So you have 5 raised to the power of minus 4 becomes 1 over 5 raised to the power of 4. So that negative sign becomes a positive sign. So you can apply that rule here. It's another special case. And we have yet another special case. Okay, the same special case where we have it generalized. I will see have further examples here. You can just look at it. 1 over 4 raised to the power of 3, 1 over. So if it's negative in the denominator, when it comes to the numerator, it becomes possible. So it happens in both ways. Now we have let's just take, before we take the next law, let's just take a quick look at rational numbers. Rational number is one that can be written as P over Q, where P and Q are integers. So if P and Q are not integers, then it's not a rational number. Okay, so 4/7 and -3 are rational numbers, while √2 and pi are not rational numbers. So you see that. So when we have such difficulty in irrational numbers, it gives us a problem. So rational numbers, we have a raised to the power of p over q. So you can write this as q, which is the denominator here of the power, root a raised to the power of p, or root a raised to the power of p. Either way would work. So the q root of a raised to the power of p. For instance, 4 raised to the power of half is the square root, because this is 2, the square root of 4 raised to the power of 1. So the square root of 4 is 2. Here is the third root of 27. The third root of 27 is what? Is 3 raised to the power of 2. You need to take this down, so you have 1/16. So remember, we are applying the other special case where we have a negative power. Then 1/√16. So because the square root of 16, so we have 1/4. So you should take note of all of that. In summary, we've looked at the multiplication, looked at the division, or looked at the power of powers, raised to the power of 0, negative power, and rational is the power of rational numbers. So you have some exercises you can play around with here, and see you in our next video. Meanwhile, you can watch this video on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. Also remember to join our Telegram group, and also expect your quiz questions on your lecture schedules below. So look at the lecture schedule. Maths will be having a quiz on Thursday, so get ready for that quiz. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.